I spoke with a middle-aged woman, Natalie, who was living with a man who she anticipated would become her fourth husband. With that history, you can easily imagine that her ability to handle relationships at all is less than outstanding, with men or anybody else, for that matter. She was raised by a father who was somewhat dutiful, but certainly not emotionally nourishing in any way. She had almost no memory at all of her mother, even though they lived in the same house for 18 years. Imagine that. Tell me what you remember from your mother. Nothing. She certainly remembered no affection at all from her mother. Natalie had no experience with feeling unconditionally loved. None. That's why her first 3 marriages failed. Wasn't her fault. She didn't know what love was. That's why her 4th relationship was about to fail. To make things much more complicated, her present fiancé, when I talked to her, had 2 kids. And Natalie had decided long ago that she was never going to have children, would never be responsible for children, and would never care for children. Would never like them. No children, in other words. She knew she wasn't prepared for that. But somehow, even though this 4th guy had 2 children, she thought it was going to just magically work out. Well, predictably, the relationship was a disaster when I talked to her. She argued often with her partner and couldn't even be on the same floor of the house as the kids, who lived with her and her fiancé half the time. It was all getting worse by the week. I listened to her story and I said, "Nobody's ever cared about you, kid. Nobody's ever cared about you without wanting something from you." She wept. She wept at feeling understood and from feeling even a moment of genuine compassion. We spoke daily for some time, and she began to trust the love she was feeling. She became calmer. One day she told me on a video call that over the weekend she had enjoyed an entire day with the kids and her partner with no tension. She couldn't believe it had all happened. She would not have imagined such a thing possible. A week later, in a peaceful tone and with a smile on her face, she said, "My body has always been like a coiled spring. I've had aches and pains my whole life. My chiropractor used to wonder if I would ever even just relax. But yesterday he said to me, 'What happened to you? Your muscles are relaxed. You can bend your joints. It's like a miracle.'" She continued talking to me, "And I can feel what he's talking about. My physical pains are gone. My fiancé says he can't believe the difference in me. I'm not spoiling for a fight all the time, so he doesn't feel like fighting me either. Now we just agree on what to do in interactions with the kids, in things where we never agreed before. And now my fiancé is on board with real love. He's studying it for himself, for our relationship, and for our kids." She actually said our kids. "He never wanted to do that before. And the kids are hanging around us, wanting to play and talking to us about things in ways they never have." End quote. Natalie simply did what we've talked about in Real Love many times. She told the truth about herself. She felt understood and accepted. And she took the giant leap to believe the understanding and acceptance she was getting. Because she had faith, she felt the love she was being given. And that began to change everything. Turns out she likes being loved. Who knew? She didn't. And it's dissolved the tension in her mind and her body. The people around her can feel it, and they're responding differently to her. They want to be around her. If Natalie can do it, so can you. It's not a complicated process. It just takes a bit of faith.